and welcome to the Situation Room. Today, we have a guest speaker. I want you all to put your hands together for the one and the only Michelangelo.
Hello.
Hi, it's so nice to meet you.
Thanks for having me, everyone.
Okay, so first off, now that we're sitting down with one of the greatest artists of the Renaissance.
I don't know about greatest.
Nonsense. So, I'd like to hear about your early life. How was your childhood? And when did your, love for art really come?
Well, I had a really tough childhood. I was born in 1475 in a small village. And my mom died when I was only 6 years old, and my dad was a very harsh, mean man.
Oh, I'm so sorry to hear that. Do you think that your horrible childhood could have sparked your anger problems that you've been having?
Anger problems? I'll show you anger problems. Ugh!
Sir, please stop. Sir, we're gonna cut to commercial. We'll be right back.
Do you find yourself bored, sitting at home, needing Jesus in your life, but you don't want to pay the price of the Catholic Church?
Yes. Is that you, Jesus?
No, I'm not Jesus. I'm just a spokesperson for the Lutheran Church. Well, anyway, it's your lucky day. Come visit the new Lutheran Church.
Wow, well, what's that?
The Lutheran Church? Lutheranism is only the newest, coolest religion out there these days.
How cool. Well, I kind of need to know what it is.
Lutherans disagree with the Catholic Church about lots of things. They believe that salvation is a gift from God, not something you buy from the church.
Wow, how cool. I think I'll go now.
Exactly.
Baby, write this down. Take a little note to remind you in case you didn't know.
So come on down to the new Lutheran Church off Highway 80 across from the Boot Barn, or call 1-800-JESUS-NOW.
Read 'em every day. Keep 'em close by.
All right, now that we've all had a little breather, let's try this again. Jose, you wanna? Okay, so, Michelangelo, why don't you tell us about how you got interested in art?
Well, I was always really had a passion for art, but when I was 13, I was an apprentice for an artist.
Wow, you started at such a very young age. And I also heard that when you were 15, you went off to study with an artist who worked under the Medici family?
Yeah, the Medici family. That was pretty, that was a good experience. Really got me even more into art.
Mm-hmm. That's very nice. Why don't you tell us about some of your well-known pieces?
Well, my most famous pieces are the 17-foot-tall statue of David and the Sistine Chapel, of course. And the David statue shows David preparing for battle, and the Sistine Chapel shows God reaching out to the hand of Adam, and also it shows 300 other biblical characters. And I think the reason why it was such a big hit was that it really kind of reached people emotionally, and people who were religious really kind of touched them.
Yeah, and may I say to all the people who are watching right now, to go see Michelangelo's art is really, truly a great experience because it is amazing. Well, I'd like to give you a big thank you for coming back on the set. Thank you for being here on the show today, and it was great to interview you.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Hello and welcome back to the Renaissance Roadshow. We have just one more person in line to sell their items today.
Alright, now these items I know you will be interested in. This right here is a Renaissance war painting, and this right here is a Catholic cross.
Okay. These are very rare items. Where did you find such
Well,
treasures?
the painting was passed down through royalties, so I've heard, and I bought it for about 30 florins right in there.
Wow, that's such a small price to pay for such a gorgeous piece of
I
artwork.
know, but the Catholic cross is a different story. See, I bought that during the Reformation, or before the Reformation, sorry, before, and I was a very devoted Catholic at the time, you know, took the religion very seriously, and once they started making me pay to be freed of my sins, I left the faith. I couldn't do it anymore, so I no longer wish to have that in my home, and I bought it for about 18 florins.
Okay, and you said the Catholic Reformation?
Yeah, have you ever heard about it?
I've heard like a buzz about it, but I haven't really heard the full story. But we have plenty of time, so go for it.
Well, the Reformation all started because authority in the church began to break down. And another reason is because the idea of humanism became huge. You know what humanism is, right?
Not quite, actually.
Okay, well, humanism is the belief in questioning just about everything. They tried to balance the religion and the power of mankind altogether.
Okay, I understand now. Continue about the Reformation. It's very interesting.
Well, the people began to wonder why the church all of a sudden just became so needy for money when they had plenty of money in the first place.
Okay.
And it got worse over time, and people began to break away from the Catholic Church just altogether, and at one point just a big group left, and those people were the Protestants. And the Protestant group forming and just all the people leaving the Catholic Church, it put the church and everybody into just a complete state of chaos.
Okay, I know a little bit about the Reformation now. Well, back to your pieces. Since I know the full story now and everything, I think I'm willing to give you 120 florins.
Wow, thank you. That's such a generous
Thank you
act.
for
Thank
doing
you.
business with me.
Thank you.
And that's about all the time we have today for the Renaissance Roadshow. So join us next week when we have the Medieval Roadshow. Thanks.
You did.
Breaking news, folks. The Catholic Church has crumpled under religious and political stress. The Catholic Church is going down face first from all the changes. People are fed up with the Catholic Church making every possible chance they can to empty someone's wallet entirely. Citizens are starting to rebel, saying that paying for your sins is a complete scam. Ma'am, would you mind sharing your thoughts with the Catholic Church about it with us?
Sure, I don't see why not. Let me just say first that I don't know why anyone in their right mind would even participate in the church, let alone give money to them. I mean, all they're trying to do is take your money and force religious views down your throat, and that's totally unacceptable.
I agree. What do you think about the more intricate topics such as indulgences?
I think indulgences are a horrible idea because, I mean, you don't have to do anything to get your salvation and be freed from your sins. I mean, you don't have to do anything except pay money. Doesn't that seem really wrong?
It does. How do you feel about the church leaders not even keeping their promises with the faith?
Well, just the fact that they were supposedly devoted to the faith and didn't keep their promises, I mean, it's actually sad that they had leaders who were not supposed to marry, but they did anyway. Plus, so many people feel like their leaders were just because they were treated like royalty. It's so wrong on so many levels.
I agree. I think that'll do it. Thank you so much for your time and opinions.
Yep.
There you have it, folks. Remember, you heard it from us first.
I thought I told you I'm a star.
Hello. Hi, everybody. We have Queen Elizabeth here with us today. What a lovely dress you're wearing.
Thank you.
Take a seat. Take a seat.
You know, these magazines in your waiting room are just exquisite.
Really? You've never seen those before?
No.
Well, Queen Elizabeth's carriage broke down right in front of our studio.
I was drinking tea.
So while she's waiting, she agreed to do an interview with us. Isn't that just great? All right. So let's get this show on the road.
Okay.
Why don't you tell us what some of your
achievements in life have been so far?
Well, I became queen at the age of 25, and so I've been ruling for, I don't know, 45 years now.
Wow.
And every day I'm scared that my husband will take the throne from me. Yes.
So how did you feel when you were on the throne throughout the Golden Age?
It was probably one of the biggest challenges I've ever had when I have the throne.
And why is that?
Well, I had power over almost everything, and the citizens, they just loved me at the time. They gave me a nickname, Good Queen Beth. Oh, they're just exquisite. And I also went out on a limb and I supported England's theatrical and religious beliefs at the time, and I gave support to communities around that didn't really get a lot of attention, and it was exquisite.
Wow, I've never heard in all my years of anyone, thinking about people who need attention the most. How caring of you.
Oh, thank you.
Also, there's talk that you help the economy in ways besides just donating money.
Yes, I thought that sea travel would be good, and so I started doing sea travel, and that actually gained, well, let's see if I can put this in better words. It made us stronger, and we gained a lot of courage to take over the North Americas, and I controlled trade routes from Asia to Africa and even into the Americas, so it was a very big obstacle to overcome at the time.
Wow. Well, I think your carriage is all fixed now, so that's all the time we have for today. Thank you so much.
Thank you for
Elizabeth.
having me.
Once
It was
again,
a joy.
your dress is beautiful.
Thank you.
Hello, and welcome back to the... That's all over.
Oh my god. Are you okay? Queen Elizabeth has fallen!
When I was 25, so I've been ruling for about 45 years.
Oh, that's very nice. And why is that's not mine. That's not mine.
Will be interested. Right here, we have a Renaissance. Oh my breather. Michael has said.
Sit down. Be good.
Oh my god.
Oh, Jesus. This is not gonna be easy.
Now, Jose, do you want to bring him in right now?
Down. Woo! Security! Security! Woo! Security! 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 Woo!
Oh my god.
Is that good?